Right, so I've got Connie and Mischief, you tangled legs, come here, on the tree. And Caveman has tied the lorry so we can run back in if he's scared. Come here, Chief, come here. Sort them legs out, Chief. Tangled legs. Good girl. He's quite happy just watching the bugs. So I want to get these settled outside so I can get some work. Hello, Bentley. I want to get some work done in the back. I've got some building. Good boy. I'm watching why they have their little bit of a play first. Hi, Bentley. Good boy. Hey? Hello, darling. Where you been hiding? You been sleeping? Yeah. Okay, Emma's quite happy just watching the bees and chasing the bugs. Who's a good boy? So I've just set the solar up. Well, I've put the jackery in the front of the cab, but it's not getting the sun, so it's not charging. I'm just trying to work out how to plug in the solar, put it through into the back of the cab, and use the jackery rather than my electric. Let's have a go at that later and see how long it lasts. Good boy. Taking the electric fire off has helped a heck of a lot. I use like £1 a day instead of £4 a day, which makes a heck of a difference. It all adds up, obviously, but so yeah. So I've last night I was looking at how to organise the back, and that hole there in the back where I was going to use for cat litter storage. What I'm thinking of doing is putting a water tank in that, then having the kitchen coming off that, the sink in the kitchen coming off that, and move my kitchen, which would be a lot easier to carry water and to fill it, and then obviously have a door in the back, and then move the settee up against this wall. Then I can obviously have like TV and all the electrics coming off the electrical cupboard, and have a wardrobe down the bottom one side and a log burner on top of the kitchen or in the corner on the other side, which makes it a lot better with how to set things up. And also by having a large comfortable settee I can sleep in there rather than jump up on top. My friend Mischief's actually been coming in and sitting with me on the settee for cuddles rather than coming into bed with me. She prefers to be in the back. So obviously I'm going to try and move things around in there later and move that little sideboard across the back door so I can come out when it's opened. And just go shuffle around and declutter again. And obviously I've got the still got the log burner in there as well, which I can probably put in the corner just to sort of find space and plan things out. I've got the long log burner at the moment, obviously. But yes, the kitchen I've got at the moment, kitchen unit I've got at the moment, which is obviously just temporary. But I'm going to try and put it across to the side, move settee up, like I said, and see how I sit and how that works for me. How the front cab works is really okay at the moment. I like the cat wheel where it is, I like the desk where it is. I've obviously got to build the storage steps and steps up to go up into the cab. Now that's obviously the cat's bed and they're travelling space as well. It's a spare bed as well for me or for anybody else if needed. Obviously it could be used as storage, but that's going to be the cat space. So at the moment they have nowhere to travel and be comfortable in their settee when they're shut in there. So that's going to be their travelling space bed. And they all should share that quite nicely. And obviously I've just been put some, you can't see it, but I've put a dog guard in the window to get some air coming through the front of the cab. So I've got to think about how to do that, how to open this. Also, what I want to do in this door section, obviously you can see there's not a door on the inner right, and there's no, and the cats can't run all the way through at the moment because they have to be shut in this section, because as soon as I open this door they'll escape. So what I'm hoping to do is make a door that goes over that bit and it springs around with a hinge, so that I can actually push them into the lounge, shut the door, come out of this door and then swing the door back round the secondary door with a grill on, so we can have it hatched up and protected like now with a sun door there and this big door open and air going through, and that will allow me then to open this main door once they're shut in, see a grill door, tell them to get in either room, and then push that door to put them in the lounge or whatever before I go in. So that's going to allow me to actually have have them have the whole run of the lorry with an air door here, a grill door, a secondary door. It's not obviously not a space to have like a space I can step in between the two, but I should be able to just open it and push it around, and also that means I can shut the back off as well. If we need to segregate them into that room, if this room's being worked on, if that makes sense. So I've got to design some sort of floor to ceiling door, mesh grill door to go in between these two, and I say that will allow to have some, when this door's open, to have some, keep the cat secure while the air going through. And then obviously in the back, when the back's down, there'll be a door there which will only be opened when need be, but again I might make a secondary door on that one as well, or make it so there's make a door instead of the door I've got, which has got a grill on it, so it is like a stable door or a mesh door again, so we can see in and out. I don't really know what's happening regarding that. I mean, at the moment this is going to be important. The toilet steps are important. I've got a lot to do, a lot to think about how to do things. Obviously I've got some cat cage metal left that I could actually make a really nice door frame out of. Well, I might get Ian to have a go at that, we'll see. Obviously this is a bit of a bad door, this outside one. It's got no handle or anything on it and it's a bit of a mess, but I have to make do for now. And so it's just like thinking, what do I need and what needs to be built and everything like that. That's Caveman playing. Hi Bentley. Probably should have sat down here. So yeah, lots of things to think about, to do. As well as thanks for the advice regarding the stickers. Cayman, come here. Cayman. Come on, Cayman, quickly. Good boy. Come on, good boy. Come on in here. It's safer in here. Good boy. Cayman. He's got himself. You got it round your neck. Cayman. I'm going to sort him out. What you done? So like I said, yeah, I've taken on board the advice about having a hairdryer or a heat gun on these stickers to help me. You're tangled. Come here. There we go. Whee! So we'll talk about that later. But it's quite warm inside today. So again, it's a matter of working out how hot it is and working out what we need to get airflow going through. And obviously the other thing is, if it's raining, as my mum kindly suggested, if it's raining and obviously you can't have all the doors open, you need to have like a rain shield as well. So I don't think it'll be raining and hot, will it? I'm sure we can shut the doors if it's raining. Anyway, lots of brainstorming last night. I'm happier to be on a low bed, so the settee would double up as a bed, or I'll make by a sofa bed or something, or day bed or something later like I originally planned. But right now I'm just going to do what I've got and carry on moving things around and try different layouts out. So now it's more about my comfort and just living in here rather than any space for anything else. And also by having a 2x2 floor to ceiling wardrobe in the back corner will really help for storage for my clothes, which is what I need. So a bed with a cupboard wardrobe at the end is just going to be perfect, and that'll obviously be adapted into the back wall that's going to be built as well. So anyway, that's my brainstorming and what I hope to have. So at least I've got ideas, and as whether I'm making stuff or anybody else, this remains to be seen. But like I say, if I'm going to end up painting, and obviously I've got the funds on that, which will probably benefit me better to put into everything else and get lots of things done and just have a brush paint job for now. Because it's actually not exactly that good a state of lorry to actually spend sort of a lot of money on the paint professionally. And I'm hoping I'm doing it. So anyway, keep you updated as things go on. I'll catch you later. Right, so Caveman's there and his rope is tied to Grace. This is Mischief's line and she's tied to the tree. And Connor's here, she's tied to the house. Hoping that'll help with detangling and giving them their own bit of space. Just trying to unload the lorry. I brought the washing up bowl inside to wash up, make it easier. Brought the big radiator out of the lorry. Just changed the bin, just turned all the electric off. I'm just charging my iPad up on the jackery. I'll charge more on it later. I'll turn the electric off in the daytime, try to save that. Good boy, game man. So I've got to start thinking about how to generate this power to be off grid, and then to use all the different things. I've got the other solar panel that's got to be attached into the battery cupboard, and a wire can come out and obviously can be put out here somewhere or hang on the lorry or something. So we'll have to get all that connected up with the fuse box and everything, and all its controller. So that's to be done. So that would be a solar panel. I've got a 100 watt solar panel that's going to charge the leisure batteries, and I've got a 100 watt on the jackery which charges the jackery. Just trying to get everything in the right place now, see how things go. Okay, so you have to excuse the mess, but this is I'm going to try and explain the layout. So with this door here, I want a door, a mesh door that goes on here, pivots on here and goes across the exit, so that can be, when it's sunny I can have the main door open, mesh door closed, and this can be open and this can be open, so we can use the whole of the lorry without the cats escaping through theirs. At the moment obviously they can only be shut in this bit. As you doing? So that's the door to be sorted. Now I've just rearranged everything in here for the layout. Obviously I've still got rubbish and junk in here, so bear with me. Okay, so coming in through the door on the right hand side, you want the kitchen, and the idea, and the windows will obviously be above the kitchen. So all these kitchen hanging bits here will be moved onto the wall spaces in between the windows here above the kitchen work surface. The reason why I put this here is because there's obviously that big tank space underneath, so I can have a water tank under the lorry and then pump it up into the sink. Obviously this will be a built kitchen at some point to suit. There'll also be a log burner in this corner going up, because obviously across here we're going to have the wall with a 3-foot door there to the outside to the veranda. So there'll be a bit of blockage off here, a bit of a blockage off there, and the door in the centre. So the log burner go up there. We'll be able to sort of block that window off there, because obviously to put the door and the frame in will be coming in here anyway. So that again is a bit of a log burner. The log burner may go on top of the counter, or it may go in the corner depending on what one I use. So imagine a 3-foot door there looking out. This section here is going to be a 2x2 wardrobe, floor to ceiling. So I've actually got my storage for my clothes. It can be hanging, it can be top storage, it can be drawers, be everything. Just one big space to chuck all my clothes in. See all this, my clothes are in here and it's just falling apart. So this unit's going. I'm just obviously put that there away at the moment, just to make a bit of space. So the wardrobe is going to be here, and then up against the wardrobe, all the way up to the wall, will be this very comfortable bed settee. So I can actually sleep, have a nice comfortable settee, but also have a bit of sleep on it too, so I don't have to climb on top of the top bunk or anything. Obviously the cats will have that other bunk in the other room and travel in it. It's also a spare bed, and I can chuck my back blankets and that on it, but this will be the day bed like I wanted originally. I'm obviously going back to that, so that'll be buffeted up against the wardrobe, so I can sit this way around. This wall will have TV on it, or the electrical cords going into the electrical cabinets, or the electrics can come out to charge. Also I've got a jackery there at the moment, all my points that I need to have, so all the electrics come off that area, diesel heater, so on and so forth, going into both rooms. Water, kitchen, gas obviously goes to, it can be accessible from outside, and solar working and everything can be taken out of that cupboard to outside as well. Obviously once the windows in here with a bit more daylight, sitting this side on the bed with a fire over in that corner means that we are safe and cosy. It's quite nice actually, isn't it? There's plenty of space in the centre here, depending on how big a sofa or bed I go. We really would like just I like the one I got here. I can obviously sleep on this, but we might get a bit nice, bit cosier one. So that kitchen wall's got all that space for kitchen wall there, and obviously by sitting here I can now see outside and see people going past, which I couldn't do before. And I can sit either side, I can sit here and see out, and this looks really quite nice. I like to have the settee this side, I always have done so. Obviously I was going to have the kitchen across here and all up on here. But this is actually going to be warmer for me by being on this side, not on the outside wall. Well, as in the drafty side. Obviously, once the false wall's in, that can be dropped down. There'll be the wardrobe here, the door will be looking in, and they can see kitchen and a seating area and be really nice and cosy. So obviously, got to get the windows done, get that cladded, get the little windowsills done, and then get a kitchen built in here. And then this side behind me, obviously I can have more cupboards all the way along for more storage against the wardrobe, and that's going to save so much hassle of where I'm going to put things. And it'll also be nice to actually have, like I say, have a nice TV there and have pictures and some Manic stuff and whatever I need to go on there. And there's still room for like maybe a catwalk at the top and things like that. And obviously once we've got that door that swings out to the outside so we can go all the way through, then we'll have a full use of this. Even now it's a lot better. You can see this wardrobe is falling apart. I can try and mend it. So it's not real wood, it's just thin wood, and obviously the clothes on it's just bending the boards. But it'll do for a minute. I'll try and chuck all my clothes into boxes and everything, but as soon as we go and get the back wall in and the door in, then that'll be chucked out and I'll just chuck all my clothes somewhere. But like I say, I really do need that big wardrobe. Obviously in ideal scenarios we'd have a nice shower toilet there. I don't need that. I'm going to have my toilet in the other room. In the other room I've got the office, the cat wheel. I'll go for a step toilet up into the top high bed, and that obviously allows me to have a bit of privacy. If anybody's come, we've got visitors and guests, I can obviously go into the other room to use a toilet rather than in here. I don't really want the toilet in with the kitchen. I want to keep that separate. So there we go. This is the new idea, layout, thoughts and everything else like that. I'm trying to check at the moment. The solar panel's not working at the moment, but it does charge off the mains. We're going to see if take it back to Rick and see if we can try and get the solar panel working. But it does charge off the mains, but obviously the whole idea is to try and get it charging off grid. I haven't tried it on the engine yet. I will try that later. But yeah, today's just been a bit of a throwing stuff around and trying to sort of move things around to see how it works. But I was wondering how this doorway would work coming in here with kitchen and space, for how big a settee would be a width-wise. But you can see how much space I've got there for that, and I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Obviously lots to do, but the make do is going to be so much tidier, and it looks bigger this way as well. It allows me to have a little table there for put my coffee and that on. Obviously the jackery's on at the moment, so I'm going to be plugging my iPad in, but that'll be travelling in the front, I should think. And obviously all the electrical stuff in this cupboard here, we'll have electrics going into that room and into this room. So in there, excuse the mess, we'll have the cat wheel, the cat bed where they're going to travel on, and obviously it's a spare bed for me to lie on too. Have a toilet store here where the steps are. There's going to be a toilet step store to go up to that, and steps going up to the bed, or maybe in the ladder actually if I'm not going to go up there. Might not have to do that. I may just I don't know yet. Well, obviously I want to make some sort of toilet store to empty this cupboard, so that has to be done. And yeah, that's the cat's room. And they've got a lovely big bed to share when they're travelling, so they shouldn't have an issue regarding that. Obviously they've lost the hammocks at the moment, and they're presently in the cab. So yeah, there we go. So I'm just sitting in here now, just testing out the settee and looking around at how things are at the moment. Obviously there's a load of junk and everything, but I was actually thinking the way things are set up at the moment, I'll have a nice bed this side, and then there's plenty of room to actually put the log burner where the bin is. That fits nicely up through there. I'll see if we bring the mess into the door. Then we have the kitchen, and it can go round a little bit of an L shape there, so we can actually gain a bit of the wall space going up the corner. And then we have the door in the centre, and then we have the wardrobe on the end here. And then actually give me a bit of an L shape going round, and actually make use of some of this that corner space rather than waste it all, so I have more space to put more things on and cupboards on or whatever. So it's going to be quite nice, and the log burner then will be right in front, central to the bed settee, and there's still room to go through the door. And of course, obviously if it's on the end of the kitchen unit, I can put up hot kettle on like I do now, but also it'd be angled so that the heat can actually go into the room as well as in here as well. So yeah, I think that's about right. And also I can have a tall thin log store up that wall, which saves messing about with that. And of course you can bring the wood in, take things out through the main door. Just keep that one section messing. I've got room here to nail down and work with it. Whether that's, again, sat on its own little shelf as well, so it comes up in the same height as the kitchen stove. Also I wanted to have a similar stove to what I had before. But yeah, there should be plenty of workspace then, like I've done there. So take it round to that first bit. There we go. This looks really nice in here actually, the space I got, floor space. Very happy. So I think we finally concluded how we're going to have things laid out now. Let me know your thoughts.